The following portion of Fox 43 AM Live is sponsored by Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.
And joining us once again is Leslie Flueranges with Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel for our latest edition of Everything Pet. Today we're talking about how technology is changing life with our furry friends. Very excited. Yes, pet tech has come a long way.
It really has. And now people know what SMART means. I don't know what the acronym means, but it definitely means how to make things easier, techier, link with AI, do things that are easier, make your life more convenient, yada, yada, yada.
All right, so let's start with safety then. A lot of people are curious about electronic or invisible fences. How do those work? Who are they best for?
So 20 years ago, I had an electric fence that had to be buried in the ground. And I thought that was how it was going to be forever. But no, 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 no. Nowadays, they have these GPS type things where you don't have to bury anything. You just get a unit, just like we have there on the slide. You just get a unit and decide what circumference you want to cover. And that's the area that your pet doesn't go into. But the same thing is you have to have the collar on the pet. And therefore, they don't go where they're not supposed to go, where you don't want them to go.
Ideally, then I can change the range.
You can change the range, but just remember, though, you have to train the dog to know this is no, this is yes. We don't want to zap them all over the place.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so make sure you train your dog so that they know this is a yes area, this is a no area. Okay,
good to know. All right, yes. And they do go into the no area. GPS collars are a thing.
Yes, and the GPS collars are like kind of crazy, I think, because it's just like wearing a Fitbit, right? So it tells you how many steps
you get today, little guy.
Where they went, how long they stayed, and that all comes back to your smartphone so that you can see what they've been up to while you're away. So if you have your dogs out and about, some people live out in the boonies and they can have their dog running all over the place. They don't need the invisible fence, but maybe they want to keep track of, kind of like what they're doing and stuff. You got the GPS collar for that.
I would just follow Garth. Oh, he's on the bed again. Oh, wait, he's moved to the couch. Good for him. Right. Let's talk about, fun stuff now. Gadgets that make pet parenting simpler. What do we got? I think food, right?
So, yeah, we have machines that you can plug in, and they'll put the water down. So do we have that one up? Yeah, they'll do water. And they'll do food, and that's for cats or dogs. We have a cat shown here, but it's available for dogs. And several of my clients bring those for their cats so that they have fresh water. That's the whole thing about the water thing. They want fresh water. Cats really like that. That's why they go to the faucet and, wait for that drip, drip, drip. And then we have the treat launcher. Put that treat launcher up for a second.
Put that back up real fast, Carter.
That thing is absolutely hysterical. No, go back one.
Last one. We're going to get to that soon.
Back, Carter.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so see that? So you can actually see your pet. You can talk to your pet. He can see you, and you can say, you can watch him, and you can say, hey, Mimi, are you ready for a treat? And she's looking around saying, and then boom, you can launch the treat, and then she can come and get the treat. Now, again, a little bit of training involved because you want them to know that this is the treat thing. Would never be a difficult thing for Mimi. She is food motivated. And
food comes out of something. They're going to
she's going to know all about it.
That's my best friend now.
That is it. A little pricey some of these things are, so I don't own any of these, but they are very cool.
Yes. Okay, so talking about cool now and throwing things. Carter, pull up the launcher, the ball launchers.
Yes. So this is great. I have a friend that has a golden retriever, and of course they are the retrievers, and so you throw the ball, it comes back, it's gummy, it's all yuzzy with all of their stuff. And so, this way you can put a bunch of balls in the launcher and spit them out, and they can run and get it and bring it back, run and get it and bring it back. And you don't necessarily have to keep touching it. I mean, you can, but at least you have multiples out there, and you don't get tired of doing it. and you just stuff them back in there. And some of these things are self-cleaning. And so, yes. And so this is available both for cats and for dogs.
Okay.
And of course, I think, you know, it's bigger for dogs because dogs just, their whole thing is
Charlie would bat a couple of the balls and he would just walk away like, all right, I'm done with this. This is this is boring now.
So not into it.
But okay, so I'm speaking about cats. You said self-cleaning. There's a lot of more like automatic litters now.
The litter cleaner things. Whoa.
I don't have one, but I'm envious of people that do.
Oh man, sexy, sexy, sexy. So we have that one. Look at how gorgeous that is. Does that fit into some people's very modern decor? And if you don't have modern decor, it's still pretty gorgeous. And it's also gorgeously priced. No one has brought that into TLC. Darn it. So I've only seen them in the stores, but they are self-cleaning, and that makes the litter box thing so much easier. And you know, cats love it because, you know, it's got that cocoon type feeling to it. So they can go in there, do their thing. They might want to hang out for a while and then, you know, come out. And you just press the button and sifts its stuff.
Good for that. Good for some of those pets out there.
Yes.
Yeah, all these options. How is somebody picking, you know, the right product?
Well, you know, it all depends on your pet's personality. You know, I mean, like we talked about, some of the cats would have no...
I would get that ball out for Garth, and he would also just look at it and then stare back at me.
Exactly. And how trainable are your pets? So, like I said, Mimi'd be all over the treat launcher. So it's important to make sure you have good quality that you're buying. You know, read about it. Make sure that you're really going to use it because, you know, some of these things, you know, you have to pay for the app and you have to maybe pay a monthly fee, especially on the GPS thing. And then, as I say, on the invisible fence, make sure that you train your dog to know this is where you can be and this is not, so that we're not having any unnecessary, you know, shocking.
Yes, yes. Sounds like a life of convenience starts with a little bit of training. But I think it sounds like
wow, look at you. Exactly.
I'm just learning something every day. Leslie, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And everyone, to also learn more about tender loving care, you can go to tlcpetnursinghotel.com.
The preceding portion of Fox 43 AM Live was sponsored by Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.